Sunday! 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 Come see Halfbeard play Dirt Rally and drive his digital car through any number of degrees of digital turns. He'll drive over mud, gravel, dirt, and more mud. Children and the elderly get in free. Adults only pay half price. You don't pay for the whole seat because you'll only need the edge. Tickets available now at the Halfbeard to the Metrodome. Supplies are limited. I love any video I get to start with a Strongberry reference is a good video. Anyways, we're playing Dirt Rally. Totally up front here, I know pretty much nothing about Rally. I know it's about racing. I know it's more about like really good times and really careful driving as compared to like beating people and stuff like that. So I'm not going to say a lot of things that are wrong here, but I played a little bit of this game, like an hour or so. I like a lot what I've seen here. I don't think I'd ever get into Rally in real life. I don't think I would normally play these kind of games, but I really liked what I've seen from this game, so let's get into it and show it off. So, let's just gonna start a race, and then while I'm driving, I'll tell you what I know about this. So, going in, Powys, Wales, that seems like a place. Sweet Lamb seems like a track, and let's change the stage conditions, show off some of the nicest things in this track. Morning rain, that sounds good. Wales, it's raining, sounds good. There are 3 areas in this game, Wales, Monaco, and Greece. And specific areas within them, and they all kind of have different features to them. That's very, very impressive. Also a ton of cars, 14 cars to start off with, though they're bringing in more. This is, as I said, this is early access. I might not have said that, I don't know. It's early access, very, preview stages right now. Looks real good regardless, though, and there's a whole bunch of different stuff from different time periods. We're just going to go with this car from the 1970s, because I like the Stratos. It's my favorite. So, yeah. What's here right now? This is basically them. I think they're testing the waters, they're testing the optimization, and they're adding in some more stuff. They've got a ton of tracks between those 3 areas. I think there's like 6 or 7 tracks with each. I think they said 36 challenging stages, so 12 stages for each country they've given you access to. 14 cars, and they've completely redone the driving model here. And really focused on Rally specifically. For people like me, that doesn't mean anything, because I've not played a Rally game before. But if you have, and are used to the Dirt series as it is, I fucked that up right out the gate, lovely. And are used to the Dirt series as it is, you might be thinking of things like all the branding stuff from those games, all the Gymkhana, which I don't know what Gymkhana is. My very minimal research has told me that it is some sort of trick driving, but none of that's in here. This is all about, here's a really big long stretch of road that is inconsistent at best, full of gravel and sand and mud and whatever, and rain, and you need to be a masterful driver. Not necessarily a fast driver, a masterful driver, a skilled driver to get through it. You need to manage how fast you're going, how much brake you're applying, how you're turning, how you're making it all work to go, and your car is getting damaged in real time. So, like, we're gonna stop for a second here. See if I can get a good look at the front of my car. See, I ran into that thing, I fucked up the front of my car. And it's not like, oh, I've completely made a huge chunk out of it and this is burnout. It's like, I have damaged my car as is appropriate for that hit. It's somewhat impressive. The damage modeling in this game, actually, I find it really, really interesting. And it is impactful in the right kind of way, where when it hurts you in some significant ways. You need to worry about, like, oh no, I have fucked up a tire, or I have broken my drive shaft. And then if you are playing like a proper career, where it's a bunch of these in a row, you have like only 30 minutes of repair time between each race. And you have a repair team that you manage that all has different repair stats for different parts of your car. And then you need to choose who gets to do what in that very short time period. And the better they are at those stats, the more they'll heal and the faster they'll heal it. There is some deep stuff here. And that's not even getting into the car tuning. There are a ton of upgrades you can buy, and then you can further tune those upgrades, and then nonsense. Nonsense is what that is to me. But it's interesting. I find that stuff interesting too. And then the actual driving, like there's a very zen, skilled art to these getting through these corners that I really appreciate. We're getting through this race really slowly. I'm not, as I said, I'm not much for Rally. I'm not good at Rally, so don't expect much. That said, I still enjoy this. It's very peaceful to just drive these roads, to be consciously thinking about how I'm turning, how much gas I'm applying, how much brake I should be applying, but I'm not because I don't like braking because I'm stupid. All that kind of stuff. Also, if you're wondering what this constant under-commentary is of this pleasant British man yelling numbers at me, he is telling me the turns. Those numbers represent the degree of the turn. Like an R6 is a really wide turn, and an R1 is a really short turn, and then those can turn into like acute and hairpin turns. And then the larger numbers are how long until the next turn, I think. But the game does not surface this. This is something I had to look that up. The guy who recorded those numbers put up an FAQ. That's how I know. So, you know, some foreknowledge and research might be useful to do this. Also, I will just say, I'm just playing with a 360 controller. You don't need necessarily a big fancy controller setup to play these games. Rally games are they're a niche genre, but the people who play them are very, very into them, and there are an assload of driving peripherals that people like to play these games with. Special wheels, special pedals, HOTAS setups, which are basically, it's like this little infrared clip you attach to a baseball cap, and then you basically turns your head into the right stick. You're able to manipulate the camera with your head. But you know, I feel like it controls pretty well with just an Xbox 360 controller. You could definitely do better, but you could definitely do worse. It feels good. I'm able to get the turns I want to. There's a definite tactile responsiveness to it all. And when you get a really good like drift on and you're really cutting into the road, like on a really good corner or something like that, it feels good. They've taken good use of what little force feedback an Xbox 360 controller has and put it into a good use here. Like what I just did right there, where I was really kind of cutting into the road, that felt good, like in a physical sense. Yeah, that's right. And when you manage to get that turn without hurting your car, you feel proud. Also, the sound design in this is really good. So I'm playing third-person camera right now. The camera it defaults you to is actually inside the car, and you can hear, you know, engine's loud. We can hear the patter of the rain quite loudly. Let's switch to the inside of the car. And now the engine of the car sound is dulled. We can hear the rain pattering on the windshield. We can hear the windshield wipers. Like, the sound virtualization in this is incredibly impressive. It's a minor thing, but it really does impact my enjoyment of this game in some surprising ways. I'm gonna switch back to third-person camera. I just find it much easier to drive like this, because I can actually see where the fuck I'm going, especially in the rain. So a little hitch there. Performance-wise, this has been doing really well for early access. Steady frame rates. I'm getting a real steady 30 right now, though it's raining and I'm recording. When I'm not recording, the frame rate's great. Like, it's like probably getting close to 60. Which, for something that looks this good, and it does look really good, I think the car modeling is fantastic. I think the backgrounds are really quite good, really quite well detailed. And of course, the weather simulation's really nice. The rain is... It's coming down like rain, the way it spatters on the windshield or my camera. It looks proper. Like, that's stuff that would take it out of a frame rate, and it's holding steady in a really good way. Just keep driving. Keep driving this road forever.
80, left 6.
Got it. 80 left 6.
To right 2 times to 1 long, don't cut.
I do like this guy's really measured, monotone British accent with which he uses to tell me about turns.
Left 5 into right 6.
I like how when we're driving through these woods, the rain is lesser because there's trees blocking the rainfall.
380.
Another minor thing, like the atmosphere in this game. It's kind of really well done. Not what I expect from a driving game. Also, I like that there's no music. I know that might bug some people, but the fact that it's just driving and the sound of the car is, again, relaxing. So what else is there in this game? I don't know. There's all sorts of stuff. I've talked about the damage on the car. There's physics-based assists you can put on. I'm playing with the default level of assist, which is like very few actual assists, but not forcing too much on realistic driving, I think. You can turn on more stuff like things that'll help you get through turns easier, things that'll help keep the car in place. And those are all like realistically based. Like you can get those in real cars, I think. So, yeah. I don't have most of that stuff on, but you can put it on. You can have all that stuff going. Look at those hills. Those are nice hills. Wales is super pretty, even if I can't pronounce a damn thing in their country.
into the right 2.
Oh, yeah, and I fucked that up. I fucked that up. I'm on the rough. That's okay. Supposed to stay on the road.
Left 5. Right 6.
And I'll not do well. I'm gonna get a bad time for this race. But you know what? I probably won't come in last. Like, this is... Well, the thing I like about Rally is that you're not supposed to be like... It's not like divided by seconds. Well, it is kind of divided by seconds, but... It's not like super, super close all the time. A lot of it's just like, oh, you took a minute and a half longer. You're in 5th. Which, I'm alright with that. I like the idea that it's just skillful driving. So I don't really know what else I can say about this game, considering I don't know a damn thing about Rally. I will say this: the physics simulation seems good, as I've said. I've already said it looks pretty. I think from a driving game perspective, it's a really good driving game. It's just of a different philosophy than a Burnout or a Need for Speed. And whether you'll be into it is definitely going to be about whether you can kind of get behind that specific kind of thought pattern. You know, if you are the kind of person who doesn't play driving games except for Mario Kart, you will hate this game. This game will be the worst for you. But if you are a bit more open-minded about these sorts of things, well, hey.
Right 6, left 6.
You might find a lot of stuff to enjoy in Dirt Rally. Split 6. I don't know what any of these numbers mean.
40.
Crowd looks okay. They're not quite just like JPEG standing there, but they definitely... There's something odd about them and I can't put my finger on it. They sometimes move, they sometimes don't. I can't tell how well modeled they are. I don't know what all that stuff is on that hill. I can't tell if it's houses or cars.
Left 6, overpressed 80.
Oh, just driving. Oh, that's less what I want. No, recover vehicle. You can't just, whenever you do fall off the road, or whatever, you can recover your vehicle at the cost of some seconds. Thankfully. Though it is a bummer whenever that happens.
Caution right 5 long, into turn hairpin left.
I also really like the muck modeling.
80.
Like the amount of mud and gravel and crap that gets kicked up on your car as you go. Like, look how, just, like, even on the top of my car, just the rain and the muck has made the logo on the back almost unreadable. I think that's neat. I think that's neat.
Junction, 100 past lay-by.
Drive this car all day long.
Past junction.
Once we are done this race, which we will be very soon, we'll show some of the other stuff.
Right 5 through gate.
Okay, I gotta not drive so fast. Oh, splash zone coming up.
Caution, keep mid over
Where's the
jump.
splash zone? There it is. Drive through the splash zone. Whoosh. Physics. That's when it starts getting a little Sunder.
Into left 1 long, opens to 2
Oh,
long.
almost. Yeah, I mean, Rally is a bit more, let's call it sophisticated than your motocross or whatever, but every once in a while, you drive through a splash zone, it gets a little Sunder. Oh, I have done wrong. There we go. I've also got a manual gear shifter on. That's the other peripheral a lot of people like, is a big honking gear knob. We're not using that. So the splash zone. Fun. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a game that, I mean, it's about winning, but it's not as much about winning. It's kind of just about enjoying it. Enjoying the actual act of the driving. Yeah, event complete, and that goes. Poof. All right, that's what racing looks like in this game. How'd I get? I was not trying. I got 7th out of 16. Not bad, honestly. For someone who doesn't know what the hell they're doing and was talking the whole time trying to explain things, I'm happy with that. So I should have gotten some credits for that. I think driving credits. Or something, and with that I can go to my career and I can buy things. So I've got 8,300 credits. From here I can buy new members for my team. You have a locked amount of slots here. As I said, this is all about your repairing. So each of these guys has different things. Once I've driven a certain amount of time with them on my team, I will unlock perks for them. But they've also got, let's see if I can see this guy's skills. You can see on the right there all their numbers. That's how well they can repair each of those things. as I level them up, they'll get better at those things. And what that number means is that's how fast they'll repair it, how much time they'll take out of your 30 minutes, and how well they'll repair it. Other things I can buy, obviously, are cars from the various eras. And in custom event, you just have all the cars. I don't. In this, I just have this Cooper, this Mini Cooper. So let's go do a quick race here, show a different kind of area. What the championship looks like. So, well, yeah, we got this rally. I'm in the middle of an opening championship. I think I'm in the middle of the event. Yeah, then I'm like literally in the middle of the event. So let's do this. And see if it actually makes me start from the track, because I think I stopped while I was driving, or if it puts me in like the start of the thing. Hopefully it'll put me at the start, because yeah, okay, good. So at the start of each track, like once you're in the middle of a race, you have time to set up your vehicle, so you can change the preset a little bit to be better for different conditions. I don't know how any of this stuff works, so I'm just going to leave it as is. You can also repair vehicles. This is what I was talking about. I have damaged it those little bits. I want to get it better. So if I do this, my crew time is going to take a minute and a half to get it 1% better. So I'm going to just try to get everything up to as close to 97 as I can. See what we can do about that without going over. Perfect. So I have 21 minutes. That's not terrible at all. Let's continue to pump me up a little bit then. Let's upgrade my bodywork and lights. Bodywork and lights. Wheels, brakes. I can do one more thing. Gearbox. Oh, 0.3 seconds. Because if you get it even over by just a little bit, see, show it here. Penalty of point. Penalty is applied to your time, and I don't want a penalty on my time. I'm not into that. Grab my end. No. Okay, there we go. I can get my radiator up. Perfect. Perfect. 29 minutes and 55 seconds. Let's do this tonight.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I know this is a Mario Kart.
Go.
I still totally tap out the countdown on the accelerator.
Into right 5.
It doesn't help.
Right
I don't think it helps, but I still do it. And yeah, and as you can see, like we're in Greece now. Circle is Greece. This is an entirely different looking map. The consistency of the road is severely different. The trees that are around are different. It's less big, lovely hills and more these rocky cliff sides. It's interesting. Also, my car is completely different. I'm driving the handling profile in this feels, completely off compared to the Lancia Stratos that I was driving. It's got a heavier profile. I think it's the same whether it's I think they're both four-wheel. I think they're both like forward-wheel drive vehicles. I'm not sure. I think it's damaged in interesting ways. So like, sure, I've already scuffed it up. Yeah, scuffed it up a little bit. Paint gets scuffed. I can dent the hood if I roll it over, which I've done. It's hilarious to drive a car in this game, have it roll all the way over and then land on your wheels. I've done it before. It feels great. You even get an achievement for doing it, which I think is the best part. Oh, I need to be braking more and paying attention to what I'm doing. But all right. Oh, well.
Into left 660 crest jump.
And yeah, these will just, it all kind of goes together. You'll have an overall time for, I think, the event. Oh, let's watch it. Hold on.
Crest right
I can't get into the vehicle. Mondays be like, oh, poor guy who's in the car with me. Terminal damage. So I failed that thing. That sucks. It actually took it out of my vehicle. My repair costs were so much. I lost money on that race. Team updates, upgrade alert, engine upgrade 1, progress 60. Cool. Because there is upgrades for your car, though I don't know what any of that stuff means. So I failed that race. Let's go to the next one, which is it's a snow track. Neat. Oh, it's just moved me right over to Monte Carlo. It's just like, you completely failed out of Greece. Let's go try Monte Carlo. Well, that's fine. I haven't seen Monte Carlo yet, so this will be perfect. We'll see all 3 countries, so there's still plenty of tracks within them all. See what the deal is with this. Me and my Mini Cooper. I can also enter a shakedown. This basically allows you to drive the first section of the track to get a feel for it, adjust your car as necessary. I don't do it because I wouldn't know how to change my settings anyways to make it work. But if you know what you're doing, clearly that's useful. So, good to know. Yeah, they're like the people. Let's get a look at them for a second. They're definitely lower poly models, but they look pretty decent.
2, 1.
Considering that's like the thing you don't need to focus on in a game like this. But again, like this is just like this game in general looks really nice, so I'm not surprised. I need to pick up the speed a little bit, but then slow it right the hell down because we got a hairpin.
Into right 5, half long.
So that's a really wide turn.
Left 6,
Yeah.
over crest.
I guess that's kind of Dirt Rally. I kind of think I've shown everything about it.
Hairpin right bumper.
They're obviously still doing a lot of work on it. There's more events that need to come in, like as you saw when I was in the custom settings. Hill climb is not in yet. There's still more cars they're adding. I think they're going to add more tracks as well. There's definitely more just types of events they're going to add. There's probably some more optimization and stuff like that in addition. That said, I mean, it seems like a surprisingly fully featured product already. It's priced like one too. It's $35 to $40 depending on your region on the Steam store right now, which I'm gonna say seems fair. Like again, this is a pretty, like it's already a pretty fully featured game. This league stuff seems like it could be pretty big. There's a lot of cars to buy already. I feel like upgrading your pit crew could take a while, and that's interesting. And just like the most important part, the feel of the handling kind of feels like it's there. And while they are definitely going to be refining it, I think the general vibe is down just right. So I think if you were not a rally fan, maybe wait on it. But I think if you are a big dirt person, though you probably stopped watching this ages ago if that's the case, because I don't know what I'm talking about, I would say it's probably worth getting in on this early. But even so, something to watch out for. I think if you are not someone who is in on that scene and is curious, you should be keeping your eye on this game. This will be the game that will give you an idea as to what Rally truly is and whether it is something for you or not. That's what I think this will do for the general gaming population, and why it's probably worth keeping an eye on. I know I plan to come back to this. I've enjoyed what I've played of it. It's got a good just driving simulation, and on a good lazy Sunday, you don't necessarily want to do anything. I could see slamming on a podcast, just maybe an album, maybe a good album, and just relaxing, listen to that, driving through Greece or Wales, just enjoying it. Seems like a good way to go. Good way to spend an afternoon. So yeah, I'm gonna say I guess that's been Dirt Rally. Available now on Steam. I tentatively recommend it I won't give it a full recommendation until it's out. But there's clearly an audience for this. But even more important, I think this is a game that the people who are not part of that audience might be able to get behind. So as always, I've been your host Halfbeard, and we're out of here. Later, guys.